In 1970, scientists of Soviet Union started the strangest and most surprising experiment. It was an experiment to go to the deepest depth of the Earth, and when they started digging this borehole, some things happened which surprised the whole world, and this experiment was also closed. Today, it is deserted amidst the dense forests of Arctic and the land covered with a thick sheet of ice. A research station with broken walls, rusted broken equipments, and in between them on the concrete ground is a 12-inch metal lid, which is closed with 12 bolts. Local people believe that this is a door to hell, by digging which scientists gave the devil a chance to come out, but its real name is Kola Superdeep Borehole, the deepest pit made by man, which goes up to 12.26 kilometers inside the earth. It is so deep that 12 Burj Khalifa can be built one above the other. It took 25 years for scientists to dig it. But then what happened that this project was shut down? When this borehole drill was sent inside with a microphone, what kind of sounds did it record, and what did scientists find after going 12 kilometers inside the earth? Let's know. Welcome to Wisdom Wave. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. This story starts from the 1960s when the Cold War was going on between America and the Soviet Union. During this time, a race was going on between the two countries. The race to reach space first, in which the Soviet Union won first. But there was another race going on between these two countries, which was a race to reach the center of the Earth, in which America did not want to come in second position at any cost. In the 1960s, a group of scientists named Miscellaneous Society of America started a project named Project Mohole. The objective of this project was to reach the mantle by digging the Earth's crust so that it could be found out what is there. But to understand how deep the mantle of the Earth exists, we have to look at the geographical science taught in childhood. If measured from the center, the thickness of this Earth is 6,378 kilometers, which is divided into 3 layers. The thickness of the outermost layer means the crust is 40 kilometers. The thickness of the second layer means the mantle is 2,900 kilometers. And after the mantle starts the core, which is divided into 2 parts. The outer core, which is about 2,200 kilometers wide layer, is made of liquid metal. After this, there is an inner core which is made of solid metal. Its width is 1,280 kilometers. Here the temperature reaches the same level as the surface like the sun, about 6,000 degrees Celsius. Scientists have not been able to find such a metal till date that can bear such a high temperature, so they decided to go to the mantle layer. Now for Project Mohole. American scientists started digging inside the Pacific Ocean in 1961 in Guadalupe, Mexico, USA. Yes, they choose the sea for digging. Actually, they believed that digging near the sea would be an easy task because they were getting 2 advantages here. First, sea water absorbs the heat inside the Earth to some extent, and the second advantage was that going inside the Earth from the depths of the sea was easier than from the land surface. In the next 6 years, American scientists dug a total of 5 wells, but the depth of the deepest well could reach only 183 meters, and in a way this project failed. The biggest problem was that stabilizing the ship, which is used for drilling on the surface of the sea, is very difficult in itself. Then a mechanism was made by installing propellers, means big fans around the ship, but about 320 million were spent in this project, and due to shortage of money, America put a lock on this project forever. However, the technology developed during this digging later came to be used for oil excavation. However, after this project, America tried again in 1972, but this time the land was chosen, and the scientists dug a deep pit of 9,583 meters in Oklahoma State within 2 years, which is called Bertha Rogers Borehole. This was a record then. It was difficult to go below it, so the digging was stopped there. But now it was the turn of the Soviet Union, who dug a pit to the infinite depth of the Earth and made a way to reach hell, which took them more than 20 years. But this journey was not that easy. So how did the Soviet Union, Russia, dig the world's deepest pit? Let us know about it. While digging in the Pacific Ocean, after America failed, Soviet scientists decided to go to the depth of the Earth from the ground itself, for which they choose a place near the Russia and Norway border, whose name was Kola. To start this project, a 20-story building was constructed here, and during its work, 3,000 walkers used to live in this building. The interesting thing was that the people who were involved in this project was considered the greatest geologist of that time in the whole of Russia, because he not only knew how to operate the world's largest drill, but he also had an idea of what could be found if he went deeper. The surprising thing was that the digging work was started every day after sunset. Everyone knew that this project would be very long and with a very big budget. Russia started digging on May 24, 1970. In a few years, scientists reached a depth of 7 kilometers, but then things started getting difficult from here. Actually, due to the increase in depth, not only the rocks present in the earth were getting stronger, but the temperature was also increasing a lot, due to which the drill bits started bending and breaking. Many times it happened that by changing the direction of the drill a little, the digging started going crooked. Every time this happened, digging had to be done afresh so that the straightness could be maintained. But the Russian scientists did not give up, and after digging for years, this drill reached a depth of 12.2 kilometers. It was considered a bigger success than sending humans to the moon, but there was a fear of failure with this project right from the beginning. There were rumors and doubts too. People believe that if we go underground, we will reach straight to hell, and then even devils can come out of this pit. And these rumors gained momentum when the work going on this project was stopped for some time in 1983. At that time, a recording went viral, which was broadcasted by many American news channels, in which it was being said that Soviet scientists installed a microphone on this nose drill, which went down and recorded the sound of hell present there. This video was definitely a bit scary to listen to. You too will be shocked to hear it. After a few years, American news channels published some cuttings of local newspapers of Norway, in which it was claimed that not only sounds come from the tunnel, but someone had seen a bat-like figure coming out from there, due to which a myth started that this is a door to hell, and hence it was closed, whereas the reality was far from it. In fact, when the scientists reached a depth of 12 kilometers, they found that the temperature there was 180 degrees. But according to their calculations, this temperature should have been 100 degrees. Due to this, the temperature of the rotating drills was reaching 800 degrees, and they were burning and breaking. Due to such high temperature and pressure, the massive rocks started behaving like plastic, making drilling in them almost impossible. Therefore, this project was stopped in August 1994. There is also a political reason for this. You will remember that in the 1990s, the Soviet Union was disintegrated, and everything from funds to scientific equipment was distributed among the countries that had come out of the Soviet Union. Due to this, the funding of such an expensive project was stopped, although a research station was built at this place till 2005. But then the Kola Superdeep Borehole was closed with a lid and bolted, and the scientists left this place. In this way, the project continued for 25 years. The scientists worked day and night to make a 12 feet wide and 12.2 kilometers deep pit. But did it have any benefit? The answer is yes, it did. First of all, the scientists invented new technology through which they could go so deep. Different types of rocks were found which were solid even at such high temperatures. By 1979, this project broke the old record, which was earlier in the name of America. By 1983, this drill had gone to a depth of more than 12 kilometers. Now it was time to celebrate. Moscow announced the success of the project, and scientists from all over the world were called here to give awards. All the scientists studied the rocks found below, and in this way these rocks were first seen by human eyes. The whole world wanted to know this, and while doing similar work, this project was stopped for a whole year, and from here the myth of the door of hell started. Apart from this, it was earlier believed that after a certain depth in the Earth's crust, granite rocks end and basal rocks begin. But scientists found that no such boundary exists there. The surprising thing here was that water is found even at such depths. It is believed that after a certain depth, the rocks become so dense that water cannot go below that depth. However, this proved to be wrong. Not only this, scientists found fossils at a depth of several kilometers, which were 200 crore years old. The survival of these fossils at such pressure and temperature gave scientists a shocking topic. So that's all for today. Can there really be a door to hell deep inside the earth? And should any other countries spend money and technology to go deeper than Russia or not? Tell us in the comments if you like this video. Then please like and share, and for such interesting videos, please subscribe to our channel Wisdom Wave.